Right now on KGW News, protesters march across the country.
They must be convicted. They are murderers.
Calls for justice for Tyree Nichols as Memphis police release video of officers beating him in the street.
The actions of these Memphis police officers is shocking and unconscionable.
As local leaders, along with those nationwide, plead for peace.
Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko. We begin tonight with the body camera and surveillance videos out of Memphis that are sparking outrage across this country. A warning, it is graphic, it is difficult to watch, and at the center of it is a 29-year-old man named Tyree Nichols who died 3 days later in the hospital. The 5 officers involved are now charged with Nichols' murder. We'll get to local reaction in just a moment, but first to NBC's Jay Gray.
I'm not doing it.
The video shocking. Memphis police violently taking down Tyree Nichols.
All right, I'm on the ground. Lay down.
Clearly afraid and confused, Nichols tries to run. Police fire a taser, then pursue. Bringing him to the ground, the officer's aggression building, using pepper spray, punching and kicking him in the head and face.
They have this like a baton that you pulls out, and they was hitting him with that.
Nichols screaming.
Mom!
No mother should go through what I'm going through right now. No mother to lose their child to the violent way that I lost my child.
Her home, about 80 yards from where, after the beating, officers and paramedics leave Nichols on the ground with no medical attention for more than 30 minutes. The images sparking outrage in Memphis.
For this to happen here in my city, I'm obligated to come out here only because this is my heart and soul, and we don't allow things like this in Memphis.
Protesters spilling into the streets, at one point stopping traffic on the I-55 bridge. Crowds gathering in cities across the country, including New York, Philadelphia, and Boston, demanding justice for Tyree Nichols. Jay Gray, NBC News, Memphis.
It is difficult to watch. We're hearing from people from coast to coast tonight telling us they feel everything from devastated to disheartened to shocked. Just a few of the responses to those images that for many have created both a visceral reaction and raised disturbing questions. Let's bring in Alma McCarty now. Alma, more than 100 people marched tonight in Portland in protest.
Yeah, David, we may be thousands of miles from Memphis, but Portlanders here are feeling the effects of this tragedy deeply. Several marched in the streets as Portland leaders urged safety and peace. Pain and outrage apparent after the death of 29-year-old Tyree Nichols.
Why did it happen again? Why is it still happening? Why is it happening again? Why is it happening now? When will it end? What will it take?
More than 100 protesters marched in Northeast Portland, first starting at the convention center. Many did not want to speak with us, but one man explained why he showed up Friday night.
Racism and police brutality is just unacceptable, so I feel like it's right for everyone to get out here and do their part to show support and solidarity.
The crowd ended up under the Burnside Bridge, honoring Nichols at the skate park, as he was an avid skateboarder. Eventually, the group crossed over the bridge, backing up traffic. Earlier this afternoon, Portland leaders spoke out, denouncing the actions of the former Memphis police officers charged in Nichols' death. Among them, former state senator Margaret Carter.
When I saw the grief expressed by his mom at one of the news conferences, I felt warm tears dripping down my face at the heartbreak she could hardly control. I am not sure I could be that composed.
Portland Police Chief Chuck Lavelle called the actions of the Memphis officers unconscionable.
When excessive acts of force such as this occur, it deeply impacts all of us who wear a badge. It's heartbreaking and truly a failure of humanity.
All said they were grateful for the swift actions by officials in Tennessee, and they called for those protesting to do so peacefully.
As life would have it, hate has stepped in again and challenged us to be the better angels that we need to be to keep this community safe.
And it appears that most protesters have gone home for the night, and we do not have any reports of damage. David, back to you.
Thanks, Selma. Appreciate your reporting tonight. And stay with KGW for continuing coverage. We'll keep you updated as new developments come in locally. If you want to watch the videos from Memphis police in their entirety, we have linked to them on our website. That is up now for you at kgw.com. Let's get you caught up now on tonight's other headlines. The man banned from TriMet for life after he allegedly attacked and chewed off a man's ear has been ruled unfit to stand trial. Court documents show that Corin Kramer will be sent to the Oregon State Hospital for treatment. Police say Kramer attacked an elderly man on January 3rd and told police he thought the victim was a robot trying to kill him. Portland police have now publicly identified, the city's fourth homicide victim of the year. Authorities say 19-year-old Arthur Earl Jones was shot and killed around 2:30 Thursday morning in the Arbor Lodge neighborhood. Police say they found Jones shot inside a vehicle near North Curtis and Bryant Streets and that he died at the scene. No word on any arrests. And in anticipation of Arctic air headed our way this weekend, officials are preparing to potentially open cold weather shelters. Washington County plans to open a location as early as 2 tomorrow afternoon. No word from Multnomah or Clackamas County, which typically open shelters when temperatures fall below a certain level. Transportation officials also preparing for the possibility of snow by laying down thousands of gallons of de-icer. This sounds familiar. We'll break down the forecast for you in just a few minutes. Well, cold weather or not, life on the streets is a struggle for some people year-round, though tonight we want to talk about a potential solution, a new approach to housing in Oregon that could bring opportunities, especially to smaller and rural communities. And that is where what are called mass casitas come in. They are a prototype of modular homes made in part with Oregon mass timber. That is a high-tech, strong laminate. Hacienda Community Development Corp., an affordable housing group, is leading this initiative. And if the initial project testing and all is a success, these homes could be mass-produced and in Oregon.
These houses will be extremely high quality. Costs will be reasonable. Mass production will reduce that cost even further.
And these are amazingly designed homes. They are warm, they are friendly, they don't feel like a box, and this is going to change what we can do in communities around the state.
Well, Governor Kotek also says she sees these as ideal for disaster relief. No word yet on what they'll actually cost.